What's up, Chicago fans? This is your boy P.kidd, co-host of Windy City Breeze, and we are now talking Chicago Cubs, and more importantly, Kyle Schwarber. At the time of this recording, Kyle Schwarber has not been tendered the contract with the Chicago Cubs, and we have no idea where he may land, but we do know he'd be a good piece for some other team. But here's the question: did we allow the prom night lull us in to a tumultuous marriage? Let's break it down. First and foremost, we want to pay our respects to the gentleman feat, especially because, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. He helped us break a 108-year curse, right? Got injured that season, came out and batted over 400 against the Indians, and guess what? We really needed it. So, without anything else to do, we want to definitely tip our hats to the man, because guess what? Without him, we wouldn't be able to say that we were the 2016 champions, in my personal opinion. And anyone else who doesn't believe that, click off, I don't care. But does that mean that we should have kept him as long? We got to remember, although it's really hard to move away from your superhero, so to speak, when they come out and they have such potential. I mean, honestly, that was his second season. We saw what happened with the injury, in the outfield, tearing his ACL, LCL, and then coming back and playing those limited minutes and being a good force for us. But we were poised or positioning ourselves to win multiple championships within this stretch. And seeing that was 2016, we're now in 2020, going into 2021, we already know that didn't happen. But does that mean that it was his fault? No, not at all. But should we have moved him to put other pieces here to help us continue that run? And that's a hard one to actually answer. As a fan, I personally would say, you know what, the experiment was well worth it. When someone comes in and shows that type of potential, you give them the opportunity to tie it together. Now, some people say maybe we waited a season or two too long. And you know what? I feel that. I absolutely feel that. And I can't say anything about it. It's one of those catch-22s. Because it's one of those things where it's like, do you move away from the guy that helped you do this? Now, mind you, he was a guy, but he was a really big guy. But he wasn't the guy. We know that being Anthony Rizzo and things of that nature. But realistically, do you allow your young player the opportunity to pull it together after he shows such promise in some of the honestly, the biggest game in Cubs history? Well, I don't know anybody over 108 years old walking around here can tell me about that one, so guess what? It's the biggest game in Cubs history. And at that point, I say yeah. Now, still in AAA, another injury, things of that nature. It's a very tumultuous thing. That's what I say. Did we allow the prom dance to lull us into a tumultuous marriage? Maybe. But considering that everyone last season played like trash, him included, it's kind of hard to understand. It's kind of hard to say yay or nay. Some faithfuls and purists, honestly, listen, people who are way more intelligent than me and it gives better takes than I do, will say that we should have moved him maybe 2 seasons ago when his value was higher. Maybe we could have retooled and had some pieces to put us in contention and actually get us over the hump to get back to the World Series again. And as a fan of the team, I agree. I agree. Me just thinking about the person and wanting him to do well, I personally say that I'm okay with the move that we made. It's a catch-22. I don't honestly think that there's a right way, but you two let me know. I want everyone in the comments to let me know what your thoughts are. We will get more in depth as we get closer and closer to the season as to some of the moves that are being made by the Chicago Cubs, and trust me, they will be interesting. In fact, be on the lookout, because now we're going to break down who the best Cubs player on the team is. And from my opinion, it's easy to say Rizzo, but you might be surprised what the upside says. But stay tuned. It's your boy P.kidd signing out.